Yes, very good. Okay, so we discussed about a SCSI. So SCSI is usually it is attached to a server, but iSCSI is very simply a network related one. Means like it is a box which contains disk and it is connected to iSCSI. You know, SAN. We don't know how to buy a SAN kind of stuff, but we can buy NAS also. We can buy a NAS from Amazon. You don't need to go to any place. Just go to Amazon, Flipkart. You can buy these are NAS boxes. Can you see? Network attached storage. So daily we are going regularly. We are Flipkart, Amazon, kind of stuff, right? But we check with whether perfume is there or not, or maybe uh, what we can say a pen drive is for pen drive. Okay, like that. But better to go somewhere like lot of things you can learn. See, there is a four channels are there here. Okay, there is some company Synology. Okay, and if you see there is a disk 0, disk 1, disk 2, disk 3, disk 4 lights, status light is there. It means four disks are inserted, and there is a USB connection, and there is a power button is also there. Okay, I want another connections. Okay, this is a front side. There is a screw also there, so you can open with the screw. Okay, so this is a disk station plus network attached storage drive. So you can go to the description also. You'll find what it is. 10 terabytes of disk it is. Okay, and if you go the properties NAS build professional needs, and some NAS boxes support RAID also. Some NAS boxes support RAID also. This is the 4-bay NAS Western Digital. Sometimes there are a you have to verify correctly if you want to buy. It comes with a disk or not. So some are only empty boxes only will get it. This is empty box. Okay, can you see this is a base? Like you have to click and open it and insert the disk. That's it. Okay. So and every box has its own capacity also there. And can you see dual core processor 2 GB RAM? This box has its own processor, dual core processor, 2 GB RAM is there. Okay. Some are connected with Wi-Fi also. So this is a 10,000 rupees 4 GB NAS internal drive. It's a hard disk drive. It's okay 4 terabytes, 10,000, and the box is 25,000. And you can read if you read this, it will support a RAID concept or not. Okay, how much network speed it will show. Okay, like that. You can see this one also. I want a backside. Yeah, yeah. Can you see network connection is there? It's in backside. Network connection is there. Okay. It's a problem with the pictures only. Some are having given proper pictures. Okay, so network attached drive only. This is you don't have any disk and all. You have to attach the disk. Okay, so you have to add the disk. So with the disk, this is the cost. So everything has its limits also there. So 4 days, 2 days, 10 days, storage configurations and all. This is a 2-bay disk. Cost is less. Only 2 days it can able to insert it. Okay. So see, this is a network port. Just connect it to your network and insert your disk. Okay. 4 terabyte, 1 terabyte like SanDisk. This is the one. This is diskless 17,000 with the disk. Okay. This is with the disk 4 terabytes. Okay, 4 terabyte disk is there. So around 30,000. So you can put a lot of data. So whatever the data you want it, you can put it. Each piece, each one having its own processor, RAM, and everything, network connection connected to network. They'll give you one kind of URL. So just put the data, open the URL and put the data. Our application is there. Okay, very simple. Okay, this is a NAS. And now iSCSI box is there. Same as like it's look like NAS only. So that's why I showed first this one. Mm, I put a box, not showing here, but images. Yeah, like this. There is all our boxes are there. iSCSI, this is. So this is a multi-SCSI part. Okay. Okay. So this is a bay. You have to attach it and you have to connect it. So depends upon a type of box you buy. It is there. So earlier SCSI is connected directly to your PC. But now iSCSI is a separate one. Internet SCSI. Okay. So iSCSI transmit iSCSI commands over IP network. IP network connect to provide a high performance and redundancy. Just connection only. Okay. Okay. iSCSI targets server that run on the storage services enable access to the disk. iSCSI initiator software component or a host adapter on the server that provide access to iSCSI target. iSCSI IQN. So globally unique identifier that iSCSI uses to address initiator and target an iSCSI network. Okay, IQN number is a unique number on the each and every target and access part. I will explain that initiator, target server, and storage. This is a target server and this is about initiator. Initiator means client. Initiator means client, whatever it is, either it is Windows 10 or Windows Server. It is which accessing the iSCSI disk, run as a service in the operating system, installed by default on Vista, Windows 8 and later operating system, required only to be started and configure connector thing. So you don't need of any application here. iSCSI by default in your PC is there. Either it is our server operating system or client operating system from Windows Vista onwards, means Windows Vista 7, 8, 10, 2008 server, 2012 server, 2016 server, 2019 server. Next, what is the iSCSI target server? Available role service in 2016 provide following functionality. So what are the functionality it is providing? Network and diskless booting, server application and storage, heterogeneous storage, lab environment, has following required authentication or the IQN number, virtual hard disk scalability and maintainability. So many things are given. So don't worry about that one. So I will show you. It's very simple in iSCSI to understand is again this is my server. For example, this is a server. Actually, we have to tell a server is a separate one, and this is a storage disk box is there. Okay, but when we do practical we use a server inside a server disk only we are using, but this is a disk box. So because we don't have any separate SAN and NAS. Okay, so this is the disk. For example, here is a client, for example, is a server also, but he need a disk. Okay, now he is a initiator. Is a initiator means he requests the connection. He requests the connection. This is a server which maintaining a this disk, which maintaining a this SCSI disk. Okay, so disk, it maintaining a disk space. So what server will do? What server will do? Okay, I'm an administrator. I'm an administrator. I got a request from a client. He need a something around 100 GB disk. Just 100 GB disk is required. So what I do, I'll create a target name. For example, T1 is a target name. Under target name, I created a 100 GB disk. I created 100 GB disk and I put a name called target name is called T1, and I took this 100 GB from here only. I took this 100 GB from the existing disk space only. Just I took a small part in a existing disk. Okay, that is a 100 GB space. I took it and I put it name of the target is T1, and when and I will tell that initiator. So initiate T1. Try to connect it to T1. Then he will send a request, and this is the T1 100 GB. This 100 GB is to his mounting to his system. Okay, while I am putting here, I will put it like this is a client PC, for example. What is the PC and what is the IP address? So I will put authentication. Okay, this C1 can able to access it in a target server. So the server is a target server. The target is the disk space, and we give a condition who can able to access, who can't able to access. That is also we can give which user or which system or um, which IP address. Likewise, okay. Likewise, we can give a control also. Okay. So very simple. I'm going to explain. So this is a client PC required a 100 GB space. He requests the administrator, I need a 100 GB a disk required. So the target server, I went to the target server, I created target name is T1, and I've given to C1, means the C1 IP address wise or name wise, and I created 100 GB space from existing disk space only, and I assigned like that. I assigned like that for a target one. Assign 100 GB to target one. So whenever I connecting with the target one, so connecting with the target one, so obviously it will verify what is the target one is a 100 GB, and who can able to access C1. So if this is request from C1, very good. Give the 100 GB to it, and it is attached to as a hard disk only. Like if you go to disk management, disk 0, disk 1 is there now. Same thing, it will attach. So this is how iSCSI works. If you want to see practically also, you can see SCSI can be connected. SCSI can be connect with iSCSI also, or normal Ethernet also. So that is a meantime thing. Okay. If you are using a HBA connectors on a iSCSI, we can see that is called as a SAN. SAN, iSCSI, NAS are a same concept, central location, access through remotely. Okay, so we can convert iSCSI into the SAN by using a extra adding of other um, HBA controllers and all. So make it as a fiber optical connections, managing, creating LANs. Concept is like a creating LANs and assigning a LANs to clients. That is called a SAN. But we don't have a, I mean, we need a specific time, at least 2 3 days time only to see that one. Okay, so we can practice also. I done practice, but that software is now giving some problem. So it's okay. So ISNS is is a technology like same thing comes with iSCSI only. So many are there. So I'm going with this guy. Just I'm trying to show you to make like a SAN and NAS thing. So anyway, I can't able to show you that other thing. RIDE also I didn't able to show you. See, this is my server. I'm going to install a service in this one. Okay, add roles and features. Okay, next, next. Okay, so file and storage services. File and storage services. Expand this one. You can find iSCSI target server. This is enough. This is not required. Okay, this is enough Targets are provide service management iSCSI targets. This is for a VDS, virtual disk services, hardware providers such as a disk write command. So many other things are there. Otherwise, you can select it. Why you should take why thing means then you can select both the things. What will happen? So I select iSCSI server. I said it is enough. If you want, you can select both the things. No problem. It won't take much time. Install. Okay. So let it install. Meantime, I'm going to add a new disk settings. In my server only I'm adding. Okay. Already 60 GB disk is there. So I'm going to add a new disk. Add hard disk. I click on hard disk. So add hard disk. SCSI. This one only. You have to select SCSI. SCSI. New disk. New virtual hard disk. First one. How much disk you want to add it. So select the single file. Don't select this one. Select this one. Single disk file. Don't select this one. If you want 60 GB, you can keep 60 GB. Otherwise, I'll put 160 GB. No problem. I put a 160 GB for this one. Next, or 100 GB, you can use it. I use 160 is okay. Name it is showing something. Finish it. Just later we can delete everything. So this is one disk I added. And next, SCSI. The first one, 160 GB. I'm adding. Okay. Why I'm adding? I want to show you another practical. So write also I will show you this SCSI. Okay. Because I don't satisfied without a practical. 3 disk. Totally I added a 3 disk. I have a 60 GB disk is also there. So I'm mixing both the practicals in one section. So please. Why it is showing a restoring not required? Oh shit. So now entirely damaged. Very good. Now entirely damaged. So leave it. Yeah, very good. Operation failure. Cancel. Anyway, it is shut down. Oh, let it shut down. No problem. Now I'm adding a disk to my virtual hard disk. Now happily it is showing SCSI. So actually not required to shut down because of the previous state. Now it is pause state. Cancel it. Power off. If you resume, it will take time. Power off is better option. Okay. If you want to do today. Okay. Yeah. Already here you can see the SCSI also. You can search SCSI here. You can find the SCSI practical also. You can try. I expected so many things to do today. Guys, these are basic questions you can try once. I will show you backup tomorrow. Okay, I will show you the backup thing is tomorrow. Okay, unnecessarily I touch this one. At least I want to show you the ride and ice kazi thing. Okay, so it is there in that one. Okay, tomorrow I will show you the backup thing. Okay, so go through the questions only. The prepare by questions and prepare by this one. Open it. Just give some time. Okay, so you can easily recollect everything. So I put as point wise. Okay, if any problem in that one, please tell me also. Okay, if you got any problem in the point wise not understanding also, please tell me. I'm pausing this one from your trans. Okay, so I I install iSCSI target. So close it. No, I don't want to shut down. Cancel it. I don't want to shut down. Okay. Now iSCSI is done. So go to tools. You can't find the iSCSI here. iSCSI initiator is there. That is for accessing the iSCSI disk. You have to go to file and storage space. There you can find a disk. This is a storage pool concept. This is also beautiful concept. So these are the disk which is we connected. But now I'm not touching that one. I'm only go to my iSCSI part only. Okay, iSCSI. Here we don't have any iSCSI thing, right? So in a reality we don't have any iSCSI boxes and all. Okay, so I'm going to create all iSCSI things into E drive. It's a virtual hard disk only. It's just a virtual hard disk. Okay, how it is works, I will show you that one. Before that one, I'm going to the client. So IT user one is there. Okay, no problem. So we'll go to client. Again, I need a another server. Actually, the iSCSI or SAN usually for a server to server type means iSCSI server provide a disk block service block disk block. Okay, other server will access it the block. For client we don't give, but we have a facility in a client also to get it. Okay, now we are here. So I'm going to open a disk management for you. What is the command? Disk mgmt.msc. I don't have a rights to access, so I can't able to access because I'm a normal user, right? I don't have access. Entirely slow. Okay, no problem. Now what you do? So put it in a Cortana. So Cortana also need a right server. Cortana. Put a disk. Uh, frustration. So I recollect my Telugu movies now. What is meaning of frustration? See, it is really giving frustration. Okay, what I will do, I will restart this one. Restart it. So let it restart and it will cool down for some time. Okay, so we'll come back to our iSCSI thing. Okay, here it is showing to create iSCSI virtual disk, start a new iSCSI wizard. So I click on that one and see where you want to create it. Okay, where do you want to create it? Okay, server is WinS1 and where you want to create it? E drive, E drive. Okay, next. In E drive, iSCSI virtual disk folder is going to be created. Here, I have to give the disk name. So I'm giving a name of the disk is iSCSI, right? IS disk one. Okay, so I put a name called iSCSI disk one, or maybe okay. C. Okay, so we give I disk one. I put I disk one. That's it. So the name of the disk is like this. Next. So how much disk space you want it? I'll put 10 GB and dynamically expanding. So don't select this one. It will take 10 GB from your PC now only. Dynamically expanding means it's a what expanding disk type. Next, new iSCSI target because no existing target is there. New target. Target name. Target name. Mm, target one. Okay. Target one. Description. 10 GB disk. Next. Okay. Add a click add to specify iSCSI initiator who will able to access your disk. So you can specify from here with the using initiator ID. If you know initiator ID, then you can use that one. Otherwise, so enter the value of selected type, IQN name, DSN number, or a IP address. You can use IP address or a DNS name also. So I'm using DNS name here, Win C1. Check name. That's it. Okay. So I got it directly with the name because I have a DNS server, right? Like that. Or you can use IP address. You can use IP address. You can use MAC address also. You can use MAC address also. Understand? IQN, DNS, IP, MAC address. You can use any of that one. Click OK. Assign to this only one piece. Remember that. Next. Do you want to enable any authentication protocol like a CHAP or reverse CHAP kind of stuff? No, I don't want to give any authentication protocol. Just give next. Create. Now see, that is a beautiful thing in tall. Four lines, 5 lines, blue lines completed. Now it is created but not connected by this one. Okay, 10 GB. So I'm going to the client to make it connection. So client is restarted. Very good. Now it is taking again time. The update thing. Just I want to show you a simple practical. Yeah, here we got it. Press the Windows button. Now type in Cortana disk mgmt.msc. Try this one. So why it is not showing that one? Yeah, now it is came. See it is. Here it is. right click on it, run as an administrator, then it will work. Now it is asking password. So you have to open that one as a run as an administrator. If you miss how to show see that one, so I will show you again. diskmgmt.msc, because if you are in a client, that's a problem. Right click, run as an administrator. Okay, right click, run as an administrator. So it will ask for a password, give the password, you will get it. We have a lot of things, partitions are there, no problem. See this one, disk 0, this is CD-ROM. This is a disk 0 and this is CD-ROM. That's it, right? Do you have any other disk? We don't have any other disk, right? So disk 0 is only there. Remember that one. Now I'm closing this one and we will open it again. Okay. Now you have to go to control panel, but we have a Cortana. So why we have a Cortana? We don't require to search everything there. You have to search here only, right? What I have to search? iSCSI iSCSI initiator. See, automatically it came. iSCSI initiator. Right click, because we don't have admin rights. So you have to right click and run as administrator only. Run as administrator. But we are not administrator, right? So we run as administrator. Full screen mode switching. Okay. So compulsory to ask administrator. Okay. Now iSCSI service is not running. Service required to started for iSCSI to functional. That is to start service now. Service automatically. So restart the button. Yes. Okay. Service is not running is saying, but just wait for a 1 minute. So then we'll see anything is appear here. So otherwise you have to go to service. How to go to services, guys? How to manage the services? Okay. It is open. No problem. This is open. Good. Now target. You can give the target name like a target one. It may understand, may not be understand, because it's we didn't tell client. So where is our target? Like so to discover and log on to the target using basic connection, type IP address or DNS name of the target, and then quick connect. So it is not asking put a target one. It is asking to give IP address or a DNS name. Okay, so I'm giving my DNS name. So Win S1 is a server, right? Quick connect. So this is the target name. Can you see target one target? Win S1 target. So automatically understand because of already I'm in a domain and everything is discovered. Okay, so this is a connected. So you need to connect again. So it's a connected. Click OK. Completed. Okay, completed. No, not like this. You have to open run as administrator type, right? Disk mgmt.msc. So yeah, we don't have rights. Understand? I have opened wrongly. Disk mgmt.msc and wait. right click, run as administrator, administrator, admin @123. Okay, so it is automatically detected and it is asking initiator MBR or GPT. Okay, I select GPT, no problem. So you got a 10 GB. See, disk 0, disk 1. I'm in a client only. Understand? I got the disk. Okay, and you can initiate. So you can create a simple volume and you can keep the data. So like a 10 GB. So you can put it. I formatted it. Okay, and then I put some data inside. So I put some data inside. Something just for a name sake. Okay, so this is like a 10 GB disk. This is like a 10 GB disk. Okay, it means this disk is actually not connected to my virtual machine. So you can see from here. So this is my client PC, VM settings. I have only one single disk only. I have only one single disk only. Okay, I got only one single disk. See, 60 GB disk only I have. I don't have any extra disk. But from where I got this disk? From server. From server, I got a 10 GB disk. Only 10 GB disk. Why? Because of in a server, iSCSI initiated only 10 GB only. Okay, even I don't know whether it is 10 GB or not. For example, from client side, but here they given a 10 GB disk. So this disk is connected there. Earlier it is showing not connected, right? Now we have to refresh because it just connected. Now it is turned into connected. The client using this disk. You know where is the disk actually? The disk is here. This is the disk. This is your hard disk. The data is stored in this hard disk only. Okay, I created some disk, right? So I will right click, mount. Okay, it is using there, right? So that is why it is not done. Okay, one second. I will disconnect from here. So I'm going to offline this 10 GB here in a client. I'm going to server, mount. You could not use it. So I have to refresh. Maybe that is we don't have rights on it. That's why it is not showing. Okay, it is assigned there, so that's why it is not showing. I didn't assign a name, my name there, so I assigned only this one. You can extend the disk space also 10 GB, and you can put a new size like a 20 GB, 30 GB like that. This is assign, so already target is there. You want to create a new target, you can create it. This is the already target name. Next, nothing is new target. Again, you are creating a target and access server thing. So like this. This is nonsense. You have to change the thing. Extendable remove. We can remove and we can add it. I'm trying to show or something. Yeah, see, these two files are there. Got it? So that is what I try to show you that. Okay. What I'm trying to show is okay. The data, the storage, actually disk is at the server only. Okay, disk is at server only, but client is mounted that disk as its own disk, like here. Okay, so this is the your disk. Okay, this disk physically not available at the client, but it is actually at server. We are accessing through iSCSI. To show that point only, I'm showing this one. And I forget. Okay, it is regarding